my God.
Can't be wrong with it.
All right, that is our music from Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. But
Thanks, Jack.
yep, this is episode 7. We finally made it. We missed another week. My bad, internet.
Happens.
Yep. This week we have Mr. Lenny Wooley with us.
Woo!
Yeah, been a long time coming. You want to give us where we can find you on Twitter so the listeners and viewers can see here?
Yeah, find me at a Johnny's Gay Pride Mate. That's a Johnny like Planeswalker. No apostrophe in there. That's pretty much all you can find me on Twitter. That's it.
Word.
Nice.
You can be found there as well. All right. What is next? What's the next slide? Thanks to our
Dun,
viewers.
dun, dun.
Thank you, viewers.
Thank you for those that are viewing us.
All 3 of you. Thank you so much.
Oh, four.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
thanks.
My thing
There
doesn't,
now.
mine doesn't go as much, goes fast as yours. So thanks for viewing. It means a lot. So yeah, let's get you guys ready to just get straight into it and talk about some cards.
Yeah, those 4 viewers fits really well with our theme because we're looking at 4 CMC instants.
I thought it was 5.
I thought it
4
was
plus CMC. I tried to
Oh.
tie it together and segue in. You know, it's a Monday, Tuesday, so
Yeah, I have no idea what today is.
yeah.
Welcome to
It's
the
a day.
Dome. All right. Do you have the card up, Joe?
Yeah,
Mine
necroalgia.
doesn't even matter anymore, though.
So necroalgia is 3 and a black for an instant. Surprise. It says cast necroalgia only during your end step. As an additional cost to cast necroalgia, pay X life and draw X cards. The flavor text is my enemy's death yields 3-fold benefit: removal, reuse, and research. I feel like
Love
Volrath
the
would work.
cycle.
I think he would work really well with Golgari. Like that seems to be like their
Yeah.
definite motto. Lenny, thoughts on this card?
Oh, this card is fantastic. It's like your budget kind of necropotence thing. Also, like surprise necropotence.
Yeah.
You do have to discard all of those cards, though, just like necropotence.
Yeah, and it's at during your end step. So I guess during your end step, if you want to maybe hit the land drop or something you were looking for, maybe if you gained a bunch of life or you want to fill up your graveyard, that could be good.
Yep. Or just for your instep, you want to pump up Greven Elvic. Or not Greven Elvic, Greven something Captain, Predator Captain.
Predator Captain of Predator.
Captain of Predators. What do you think a Predator Captain would look like if it was like, like aliens versus predators? How would we know it was a captain?
Definitely would look like Greven.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay.
Well, ended that one a little too soon. I will admit I am more of an Alien fan than I am a Predator fan.
Oh,
Predator always felt like it was cheating with its like fancy knives and lasers and everything else. So
And being invisible.
Being invisible, and like the first Alien movie felt more like an actual horror movie. It felt scary. So if you have kids, don't watch that movie with them. Maybe watch that alone. And then kind of gauge whether or not you feel like it's appropriate for kids. But I was definitely more of like the first Alien solid like horror movie, my opinion.
No, I agree. And I feel like Aliens, the sequel, is really an uplifting story about a young girl and her cat.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
What did you think about Prometheus? Did you like that movie?
Oh, Lenny, did you see Prometheus?
I stopped watching movies years ago, so no.
Wow.
Dead to me.
What was the last movie you saw?
Yeah. Bye, Lenny.
Oh boy.
I want him to be like the first Iron Man.
Right.
No.
Thumbs
I've seen
up.
movies
Good to
more
see you back.
recently than I just don't know, usually. Like I think I saw Frozen 2, I think.
That was this.
Oh,
This was this summer. It's not that long ago.
he stopped watching movies since the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, basically, when everyone else started watching movies, he's like, "Nah, I'm out."
I'm done. If I can't be in the theater, I'm not going.
Right? There are people like that.
Sure.
All right, let's see what's up next. This is Reflect Damage from Chuck at Chuck
Ooh.
Slice, who did our music.
Zach, you should do this one.
All right, Reflect Damage is 3 Boros. For an instant, redirect all damage dealt by one source to that source's controller.
Yeah.
I like this card. It feels a little expensive to me, but I still like it, I think. What about you, Lenny? How do you feel?
It. I feel like you're gonna hang on to this, hoping that they attack you for lethal with their commander, and then just ultimately be disappointed.
So are you gonna feel disappointed having to leave up like 5 mana each turn, kind of waiting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
I mean, you
I don't
can't
want to
even
leave that.
Forger this thing.
Yeah, I agree with 30T Co 96. Now I know how people feel when they're like Ginger J03. But 30T Co 96, that reminds me of Deflecting Pomp. That's definitely what I thought of when I saw that one too. This one, doing the thing that I always do. From you to me, so me to you is the flavor text, and the art for it looks pretty intense.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like they're shooting the flames back or like breaking the flames. There's kind of a biblical Moses kind of thing going on. Made that up, pulled it out of right there.
Yep.
They look like bitey flames too. Like, what's up with that?
This card just screams Ryan Green to me. I don't know why.
You feel like if Ryan played Boros, this is definitely a card he would have and wait for you to just like alpha strike him?
No, like my thing about this card is I wouldn't play it in a Boros deck. I'd play it in like a 5-color deck, right? And that's what I'm saying. For a little cheaper, say it was like CMC 4 or whatever, you could leave up 4 mana, 2 of it being maybe blue, and then leave up the Boros, and people are like, oh, was there a counterspell here, or is there maybe a reflect damage?
Yeah, just waiting for it.
Yeah, just waiting. Is that going to be a Overload Cyclonic Rift, or is it going to be a reflect damage? All right. What's next? Yeah. This is from the filthiest casual.
If you get that on that ether flux.
There was some robotic there. Hey, what's up, CVD?
All right. Who wants
CVD
this one?
Now?
This has more than 5 lines of text, so I would automatically counter it. So I'd say maybe Lenny, you want to read this one?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll read it.
I can go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah, Joe.
I don't want to give Zach all the red or Boros cards. We have Radiate, which is 3, a red, and a red. I'm gonna continue to say instant. I just feel like I should.
Yeah.
Choose target instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single permanent or player. For each other permanent or player that spell could target, put a copy of the spell onto the stack. Each copy targets a different one of those permanents and players. I'm immediately, when I'm seeing this, thinking of the butt lightning guy, the Calamax.
Oh yeah.
I feel like this would be a really good one for like if you cast a lightning bolt and then you play this and then you're able to copy it because lightning butts tapped. What do you think about that, Lenny?
Yeah, I'm into that. Well, wait, you have to cast. I don't think that works because it's only the first thing that you cast. So either you're radiating and you have nothing on the stack, so you can't cast your radiate, or you cast your lightning bolt, and then that's what gets copied. So you get like 1 extra lightning bolt.
This is why we have you here, so you can work us through the stack.
Yes. We don't really bother with things like that on the show usually.
Yeah. I'm just here to disappoint everybody.
No, definitely not a disappointment at all having you here.
For sure, it's great.
We're glad you're here. Also, because people asked us to focus on this, look at the hat that she is wearing. That is
That's a legit hat.
Something.
Oh,
I'm
and look,
trying to.
she's wearing a mask too. She's social distancing properly. She's like,
Yeah,
get 6 feet away from me, guys. Come on now.
and
Yeah.
that's why she's moving
You
all
know,
three of them.
Yep.
So
I like it. Let's see what do we got
definitely.
next. Oh, this one's from Lenny Wooley himself.
What?
Slaughter. Do you want to read that one, Lenny, or do you have it memorized?
Oh yeah, slaughter. Okay, 2 black instant buyback, pay for life, destroy target non-black creature. And before we get into that art, it just
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that Miri versus Krovax?
Yeah.
yeah. This is from the set Exodus, right as they're
Yep.
leaving, and Kovacs kind of turns, and it doesn't go
Is
well.
this
Goes
is this
vampire
when
mode.
Krovax turns Miri into a vampire? Wasn't Miri a vampire at one point?
That was like an alternate timeline within the whole time spiral block.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
It was like a planar chaos kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know that story.
Zack's like, what is going on?
What is Vorthos? What is Vorthos?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
that other group that you called out the other day on the Jeopardies?
A Vorthos group?
No, the other one. People who are interested in the mechanics and
Oh, Mel's.
Yeah.
So you know they have like Timmy's, Tommy's, Johnny's. Mel was someone who enjoys like the mechanics of the game and kind of how the game's played. Zack didn't believe that Mel's were a real thing, but obviously we have Mel Gibson,
That's
so we have
true.
to have normal Mel's. So
Well, if anything, I'm just mad that I don't have my own group named after me. Like there should be a
Zack's.
Zack's. Yeah.
Where they counter anything with 5+ text.
Yeah. Well, according to Chris, it's more than 2 syllables, so you know that it's I'm widening what I'll counter.
I want to see you doing the like parasite thing, like from Chicago. You know, where she does like tapping her hands or whatever to go with the syllable.
Oh, yeah. I probably couldn't do it. 1.
If you practice it, you could. I'm wondering what people are thinking seeing us like doing hand puppets. They're like, what does that have to do with slaughter?
Everything. I think this card's dope. I like it. The buyback, in my opinion, in Commander is not too much. And
No, 4 life's fine.
yeah, I'll pay that a couple of times. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, paying it once to cast this twice is totally enough. That's totally fair.
Well,
And
it destroys the creature too and
Yeah.
exile it because it can't be regenerated.
yeah, it doesn't exile it; just can't be regenerated.
Oh, I was guessing that was like.
No, they can't activate regeneration.
Right.
So is there like when you have your piles, you have your graveyard, you have your exile pile, and then you have your can't be regenerated pile?
What?
Next card.
No, yeah. So regenerate like is a thing that if something regenerates, like it has an ability or there are cards that say regenerate X thing, and then what happens is they die and they come back tapped.
Got it.
Do you?
So they
Yeah.
can't.
Well, they don't actually die. It's like a shield, and it says like, "Oh, I didn't actually die. I just stayed here."
So it's kind of like Pokemon in that they don't die; they just faint.
Yeah, they just go back to their home, that little ball, that Pokeball.
They go back
Yeah,
to the
pretty
Pokeball.
much.
Word.
I will admit sometimes I would get mad at my Pokemon if they stayed asleep or something like that for too long. And like, fine, I'm not even gonna try to wake you up. I want you to faint. Like this is your punishment for sleeping this whole time, being a waste.
Wow, that's yeah. Next card.
I'm pretty sure that's nothing about what Pokemon's about, dude. I thought like friendship factors in there or something.
Definitely not. Not if you're gonna be, just sleeping the whole time. Looking at you, Snorlax.
Well, Snorlax is my spirit Pokemon. Is anyone surprised by that? No. So
Oh,
we got this from
new
Savage
card.
Scout. Yeah, it's Aetherize. It's 3 and a blue for an instant. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. I like
This card hurts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I like Evacuation a little bit better, but I'll run both.
This gets around Hexproof, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it doesn't target.
This gets around Shroud.
Also
this
true.
is like one of those cards that I always look at when I go through building a deck, and I'm like, this would be really good. and then it never makes it in, and then like I'll be at an LGS somewhere and just get totally blown out by it.
Yeah, definitely a really solid card. It makes me sad. I feel like I like more attacky, like battle cruiser strategies. So this one, I'm like, no. It could work out well, like if you have a bunch of mutated creatures. I feel like then you're like, oh, okay, well that's not that bad then.
I don't know. I think it can be pretty powerful when people are playing their Boros, go wide strategies and whatnot, get rid of a lot of tokens and business.
You said you liked that new Mardu Precon, which is primarily Boros. Boros humans, basically.
What is Mardu again, color wise?
It's Boros plus black.
Okay, yeah. I have played that. That was actually quite fun, but it was more. There wasn't a lot of white. It's mostly red, black.
Yeah, it's basically just Boros or Orzhov.
Yeah.
Like if we're being honest, like really, Mardu is just Rakdos with Path to Exile.
Yeah.
And Teferi's Protection.
Also true. Yeah, Boros plus
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's exactly how I do it. I'm like, or how like I justify things. It's like America. Well, it's Azorius plus red. Okay.
I agree with Chris Von Doom. It's Boros plus good.
Fact. Hard fact.
Yeah.
All right. What's this next card we got? Utter End from JamesFitzsimmons.
Ooh, Utter End. Utter End is a 2, a white, and a black. For an instant, exile target non-land permanent. I came seeking a challenge, and all I found was you. Zurgo, Khan of the Mardu. Man, we segued real well into that Mardu talk.
Sure did. I think this card's great. I played any deck I can.
The 4 for exile target non-land permanent. What's Anguished Unmaking? Is that the same thing? But you lose life, right?
Yes.
As I like slowly Google Anguished Unmaking.
I got it. It costs 3. Exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Yeah. I mean, Anguished Unmaking is, in my opinion, strictly better, but
because it's 1 less.
Yeah. Well, that and that's worth 3 life to me. But at the same time, like, I'll run it in conjunction with this.
And it costs less.
True. It does cost less.
I'm trying to look in the art.
Dude, there's some sort of super sweet Anguished Unmaking thing. I'm gonna
promo?
Yeah, you see it? Like, I'm trying to like drag it over where our my picture should be. But
well, so the promo is basically him destroying Avacyn, right?
Yeah, from like it's like from behind, like your head's like blown off.
Well, yeah, I mean he was the one who created Avacyn, which was like the big like he created this like angel that was protecting them, and now you know why the vampires hate Soren kind of thing.
Oh, do the vampires hate Soren?
Kind of, I thought. Olivia doesn't like him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Man.
Dang.
Nahiri definitely doesn't like him. That's for sure.
Yeah. How did he get out of that wall? Did we ever figure that out?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we didn't find out. We just know that they were out. There's a couple cards in War of the Spark where I think one Nahiri even says like, "I see you got out of the wall."
Yeah.
Man, that set was so fun from like a Vorthos and like flavor perspective. I mean, you have Gideon riding Rakdos. Like, when are you ever gonna see that again?
Well, too soon. Too soon.
Never gonna happen again.
Sorry for talking about
Amelia. He showed up in war and everyone's like,
"Where did you come from?" True.
Yeah, there was especially that Lol at the end. They're like, "Lols, what are you doing here?"
Yeah, I don't. Did he fight? Like, I know he fought Nahiri, but did he do anything else? Like,
I mean, I hope he killed Nahiri, but
I don't think he did.
You know how I feel about Nahiri.
They just fought.
The Boros Nahiri that just shows up at my door, like Watsy saying to me on
the
purpose.
Card single combat. It's just like you're fighting.
Single combat's a pretty good card. We should have had that one. It's a sorcery though, so maybe we'll talk about that one later.
Let's see.
Well, my point is they were just fighting each other through the entirety of War of the Spark.
Yeah, that seems right.
Can you imagine you have like a world-ending event, and instead you're like, "Nah, I'm gonna go after my nemesis."
I mean, I'd do that.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I'm trying to think of in the Avengers, like Infinity War, if I know nothing. Spider-Man was like, Green Goblin, I'm gonna fight you. Everybody would be like, what? Like, really? Like, you feel like that's it's the best time to do that?
I mean, I don't even think Soren is as powerful as Spider-Man, if I'm being honest. It's more like if, like,
Can we take a poll on this one?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who
Wonderful.
thinks?
Technically, it's like Morbius, because like Soren's kind of like Morbius if you follow the
Okay,
Spider-Man stuff, right?
that's true. I'll give
Which
that
is
to you.
Jared Leto, which is basically I'm trying to think of
Joker?
like I didn't want to go that route, but yeah, I guess that's the biggest one. I feel like he's been in different movies. But Lenny doesn't watch movies, so we can move on to the next card
Yep.
probably.
Movies are lame.
Whoop.
Yeah.
What's happening? Wait, did I go? No. Next.
Oh, time is a construct.
Yep. Force of Vigor. I like this
Ooh.
card a lot. Joe, you got this one? Or you want me to get it?
Lenny, you want to read this one or not?
Yeah, I could take it. So let's see. It's 2 and 2 green, instant, and you can cast it by exiling a green card if it is not your turn, and you destroy up to 2 artifacts or enchantments.
Yep. See,
Okay.
Lenny says it how I say it. 2 and 2 green, meaning 2 colorless and 2 green. According
How
to
do
Ryan,
I say it? 2 a green and a green?
yeah, and that's how I
Yeah.
say it usually too, because Ryan was like, I have listened to many podcasts, and this is how podcasters say it. And I was like, well, I'm a podcaster, bro, and this is how I say it. And he's like, it's confusing. And I was like, okay.
I've watched you guys say it, so that's the reason why I say it the way I do.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the art in this?
It's cool.
What is going on?
I don't
What
know.
are the? Is that Scavenging Ooze? Is that Scavenging Ooze in the art?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It looks like a rainbow Scavenging Ooze. I mean, it's.
Is it Rapture Mother, Joe?
No, that's not Mama. Definitely not. It looked like there's like a little hand thingy, so I'm like, is that an Eldrazi? Like, what is that? Was that like Obosh? Like when it was just a little baby?
It's just weird rainbow ooze, man. Ooze pride.
Yeah, I think definitely that arm is something that it consumed.
For this card, does anybody cast it just on their turn?
I have when there's something like ridiculous out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Craig, you should definitely do that.
Thank you.
He's gonna pick a card next week with the best art and flavor for you.
The only reason why I play Magic so I can like stare at these cards and people are like, oh, it's your turn, and I'm like, and my fancy land and my fancy Force of Vigor, and then they're like, are you gonna destroy anything? Like, oh no, I'll just target my own things.
I just wanted to show you this card.
Yeah, look at how pretty it is.
Oshkosh Obosh.
Oshkosh Obosh. Yeah, solid, definitely.
That is the kind of overalls that I wear.
I'll be honest, I always try to be positive about different cards, but seeing like all the force of cards, like blue was like, oh wow, force of negation, crazy. Force of vigor, you're like, man, what is it? Force of despair is the black one, and it's like, okay. What's the red one? Force of rage. You get like 2/3/1 elementals at your instep, can maybe help with blocking. And then the force of white doesn't get any good cards was like, I don't remember. Here's a 1/1 tap soldier with vigilance.
Yeah.
I think it's an anthem, which is even worse.
I'm trying to look it up here. Let's see.
Does it give your creatures? I bet it gives your creatures +1/+1.
Yeah.
Wait, which
not
one? Yeah.
2.
Yeah, it has flash anything. Though.
But isn't flash the same thing as like instant?
So the white one's an enchantment. If it's not your turn, you may exile a white card from your hand rather than play this spell's mana cost flash. Creatures you control get +1/+1. It's like, oh, this is a mediocre combat trick.
Yeah.
So this is when somebody plays like what's that one black card that gives everything? You pay life and gives it like negative.
Toxic Deluge.
Yeah.
So somebody plays that and you're like, aha, I play this and you didn't kill my things.
Is Toxic Deluge a sorcery or an instant? I think it's a sorcery.
Sorcery. Yeah.
See, Force of Rage looks rather mediocre. I honestly, I think the green one and
the The blue one.
The blue one are the best. I always think Winds of Abandon is a force of card, just because it's so
Oh, no.
good. Because
Yeah,
it like
Wind of Abandon is pretty great.
Force of Despair is good, eh? Let's
Not
see.
fun enough. Oh, not run enough. Not which one was supposed to be run?
So
Run fun enough.
I agree with that. Yeah.
White's overpowered. What?
That is
100%.
Is it?
You heard it here first.
Yeah, hot takes. Hot takes. So Force of Despair. Let's just go ahead and read it. It's 1 black instant. If it's not your turn, you may exile. Yeah, a black card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Destroy all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. That's really not that bad, honestly.
You, Zach, I feel like should play that against Get Big John's Gave deck.
Yes. Hashtag Get Big John does need to get some despair in his life.
Yes. He was such a fun guy to play with in Austin.
Yeah, he's really nice.
I miss you, John, if you're listening.
He's not. Okay. I definitely texted him because he lives by himself and he's just been in his apartment. Like I texted him and I was like, "You okay, man?" He's like, "Yeah."
That was it.
Yep, that was it.
Tell him I said what's up.
I'll tell him.
And tell him that Lenny said what's up. Have him recommend a movie for Lenny to watch.
Ooh, yeah, good call. He is a connoisseur of film.
Yes. Once this opens up, Lenny's gonna have so many movies to watch. He's not gonna go outside.
Yep.
Dude, how's that different from now?
It's not.
Oh, somebody said Chris Von Doom said goodbye Najila triggers, which is true.
Yeah.
That's probably really good tech against Najila.
I just want to take a moment to talk about Tenet. Has anybody seen the second trailer for that?
No, I did recommend that to one of my coworkers today because she was like, "Oh, I like sci-fi movies." She said she didn't like Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler because she was like, "I just see him as Happy Gilmore," and I was like, "That's fair." Like,
yeah, I get that.
All right.
Yeah, Tenet looks good. It's it feels like the spiritual successor to Inception, which is my favorite Christopher Nolan film, and it has time heists.
Yeah, you love any kind of time heist to Fairy. I'm surprised they didn't if you go see this movie, you can get War of the Spark to Fairy card with it.
What's not yet, Chris?
Oh, he maybe hasn't seen the trailer yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think that WotC will mess with us and be like, "Whoa, there was a rift in the time continuum, and now Teferi's not going to rotate out of standard"? Oh, Teferi, you, and everyone will just ah.
I would feel personally attacked.
Everly says that theaters are going to try to reopen for Tenet. So when does Tenet come out? July 16th?
I don't know. That feels soon. It was weird. Completely not talking about Magic anymore.
Yeah,
it was weird.
What's Magic?
Going into quarantine in April and me thinking this is gonna be the longest month of my life, and now I'm like, "Hello, dude." Just whoop.
Well, yeah, I went to my mom's house for what I thought was gonna be 2 weeks, and then a month, 2.5 months later, I'm like, oh.
Ooh, I got another spicy take. I will say, if you can make it through quarantine, you can make it through a game with one of your friends playing Stacks. So, hot take there.
Yep, that is a super hot take. Let's get back to Magic and look at our next card.
Zach's I don't want to talk about this.
This is from Ryan Sullivan.
Oh.
And the SHS Game Club.
Spearhead is where they're at in South Dakota. Ryan's a pretty cool guy. Lenny, you played a game with him, right?
Yeah, I played a couple games with him actually. Definitely.
Would you like to read this card for him?
Why, certainly. Fateful Showdown is an instant for 2 and 2 red. Fateful Showdown deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. I like this one.
Yeah, this is a dope wheel that just hits you.
Yeah.
This goes in, what is it, Shabraz and Braylon?
Yeah.
Right? Somebody says ew. No. July. So sorry for the Fateful Showdown. I had it in my Niv deck for quite a while. That makes sense.
Yeah. I could see putting this in my Niv deck. Lenny saw the power of my Niv deck the other day.
I did, yeah.
I
It's,
definitely politically convinced someone to not get rid of my omniscience because omniscience was a certainty. It was always going to happen because I was definitely already getting another turn. So I would have just recast it, but still,
Wow.
it didn't get cast, and then I just like won the game. CVD had a crazy board out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was gross.
yeah. I was just collecting damage.
I had to take a
For
shower
this
afterwards.
for this card, what is she holding in her hand? What is that like thing? Is
I
that a
think it's just, like
sword?
a robot or something she made.
That is she like pointing a hangerback walker at him?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, what is this thing?
And he's just like, oh, you should have brought a walking ballista.
Right?
He's just chilling in the background too. Like that definitely looks like it's all crowded and people are hanging out, and he's just like a weirdo in the background with his like fancy arm.
Yeah. Well, this is like supposed to be like the moment where it's like Chandra's mom is like facing off against Tezzeret in some like adventure duel or something.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have
is
the
that-
Star Trek music playing as they circle each other around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I read this story. Was that
Vin-
music playing?
Vinzer took his shirt off. It was just like,
What? Should I done? Dead. DED. Dead.
Yep. What's that from? I always say that. I forget what it's from.
I will have to look it up. It's probably from a movie.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's next. Aether Spouts.
Aether Spouts.
I like this card better than Aetherize.
Oh, shots fired. How come?
Well,
Wait,
let
can
me-
you read it first
yeah,
and then tell me?
Yeah, let me read it. Basically, Aether Spouts is 3 blue instant. For each creature attacking, or for each attacking creature, its owner puts it on top of or bottom of his or her library. It
Are you
costs.
gonna read the flavor text?
Oh yeah, don't worry. There's plenty for everyone. Victon, 11th Company Battle Mage.
When are we getting a card for him?
Right.
Commander Legends?
Yeah, I need that. Basically anybody that can be a legend is gonna be one in Commander Legends, I think.
How annoying would that be as a commander if it was a blue card that, like, whenever a creature attacked you, you returned it to its owner's hand? Like, just, oh.
As an enchantment, I would love this.
Anyway.
What was that, lady?
Oh, I said, who attacks with creatures in Commander anyway?
Not me.
Me. That's all I do.
I just like that this like either puts it at the top or bottom of the library rather than back to hand. I know it costs one more than Aetherize, but I'd rather run Aether Spouts and Evacuation, I think.
Trying to connect this set to Ikoria, do you think there are sharks in those Aether Spouts?
I mean, doesn't it straight up show one here on the right-hand side?
I thought that was a person.
Yeah, sure.
And that's like their cape.
Hey, sharks are people too.
Yeah. Did you know that we're the only ones who celebrates Shark Week?
Like Americans or like Commander Social?
Or people, just people. Sharks don't even
Us
celebrate
three?
Shark Week. Yeah, no, all people, everyone.
Okay, shot out of a cannon. Favorite shark. Go.
Jaws?
What?
The megalodon in my toilet.
Like
Lenny, rescue us.
tiger sharks.
Oh, okay. Tiger sharks are scary.
Yeah, but they look so pretty too. They're beautiful and deadly.
I like whale sharks.
Aren't those just whales?
It's a hybrid. It's hybrid mana, so that means we can't have it in Commander.
Okay. 30 TCO 96 says hammerhead for me.
No doubt, Hammerhead. If you have a Shabraz card, you could actually ask CC Orion to alter it into a Hammerhead for you. I bet he could do that.
Yeah.
If you want to get the whole shark family, if you're that into sharks, would definitely recommend that.
I'm thinking about using the Shark Commander partner thing for something.
I was trying to figure out if I wanted to build Azorius, because obviously I don't spell sling or any of that control. But then I was like, ooh, how can I make this attack? And I was like, dang it, I did it again. Another attacking commander.
Okay. The next card is Stunning Reversal. Is it whose turn is it? Is it your turn, Joe?
Yeah,
It is now.
it's my turn. Stunning Reversal. 3 and a black. An instant from Battle Bonds. The next time you would lose the game this turn, instead draw 7 cards and your life total becomes 1. Exile Stunning Reversal. The line between victory and defeat can be as slim as a razor's edge.
Yeah, I'm into that flavor text.
Yeah.
First off, I'm gonna be a naysayer here, and I don't think they have enough finger strength for those 3 fingers to hold on to that ledge. Like, it definitely looks like they're mid-fall versus like they've been hanging by those 3 fingers, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
What's up, Big Papa?
Hey.
Purple hair is pretty cool. What up? This card is amazing in Phage. Ooh, I didn't think about that actually.
Yeah. I had to let Twitch know that Phage was okay to say. It was like holding the comment.
But for this one, for Phage, next time you would lose the game this turn, instead draw 7, your life total becomes 1. That can almost be scary for Phage. Because say you're at like 20 something life, maybe somebody mass reanimates Phage in your graveyard, and now your life drops down. You're like, guess I got a Phage though. Like, that's definitely a stunning reversal. But ooh, you're living on the edge right there.
I just don't think this card is that good. I feel bad saying it, but
How dare you.
I mean, I'm about to die. Oh yeah, I happen to have 4 black mana just chilling.
Yeah.
Too little, too late.
I mean,
I guess
technically
if you cast it on someone else's turn when they're trying to kill you, I guess that
I wonder
makes
if
more
this
sense.
could be good in like a Villas deck too, because Villas has you draw a bunch of cards, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work though, because like say you draw your whole deck, you play this, but then you'd have to draw 7, so you'd still lose.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like that would work at all.
Man, too bad you die instantly now. Like, cleanup takes care of that instead of like dying at the end of phase. If you died at the end of phase still, you could do a lot of crap with this.
I kind of like the idea of that with like those red extra turn cards that just kill you at the end of them. Just be like, surprise.
YOLO, it's all out there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for this card, the fact that you don't want to die at the end of your end step or cleanup phase, I think that we should bring back Mana Burn.
Yeah, hot take.
Yeah.
Because that'll deal with all those tricksy blue players that are aetherizing and aether spouting you, just waiting for you to make a mistake.
Okay.
Well, that's 2 hot takes for me, so I'm out for the rest of the night.
I mean, honestly, if they brought back Mana Burn, I wouldn't care. I just like literally wouldn't care.
At all.
Oh, before we move on, I wanted to say that All Hail Bolus is like an excellent guy. I have played quite a few games with him.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
All Hail Bolus is an awesome guy. He lives in Germany. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say that because he lives there. He would be super awesome to have come on the show. We would definitely have to work that one out because of the time changes.
Yeah.
But All Hail Bolus is an awesome guy. Give him a follow. They rock.
So Everly has said maybe an enchantment that causes mana burn, because apparently there are a lot of cards that do that, like Monogreen Omnath.
Oh yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, Monogreen Omnath really wouldn't be played. But what's the Krufix God of Horizons? Because isn't that one just hold on to your mana for you, and then you can play whatever Eldrazi you want?
Yeah, I've built that deck. That deck is fun. Because so you tap your mana and it stores it as colorless.
Yup.
Dope. What's next?
But at the end of let's move on to what's next.
Oh no, what were you gonna say, Lenny?
I was gonna say at the end of the day though, do we really feel bad about losing 1 green and Simic Commander?
Yes.
Like those colors would be fun.
Yeah, I don't actually think it'd be that big of a deal for something like Simic. I heard the Kinnan Bonder Prodigy or whatever. People are like, oh, he's super busted. They are super busted. I don't know what the gender is for the card, but I haven't actually looked into that card or looked into builds for it. I've just heard that it's really busted, so I might have to do that after this. It's Simic, but I don't feel like it's fair to be like, oh, all Simic cards are busted, because like Prime Speaker Zagana or the War of the Spark Zagana, like nobody
Vanifar.
plays that one. Yeah. Well, no, Vanifar.
Oh no, that's
people,
Ravnica.
yeah, it's just the Zagana Utopian Speaker, I think is what it's called. I don't really feel like I see people play that. Same thing with Rolex, right? Rolesk.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I tried to play that guy as, and this was based on a CMDR Central episode where they built a Rolesk Infect deck, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Rolesk is gonna be my commander, and I was like, yeah, for him to be any good, he has to die, and like I eventually ended up cutting it out of the deck completely, but like
I thought about trying to brew him now because I was like, oh, it'd be cool to mutate onto him, but he's a human. And I was like, what?
womp womp. I thought he was a bird person, not human.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like a human mutant. I was like, he even has mutant in his name title. Like, you could easily
right.
mutate him.
That's lame.
Lenny, what Civic Commander would you play or would you recommend?
Oh, why you got to do this to me, Joe?
Do you not like Simic? You do like Simic?
I'm not allowed to play Simic. My husband plays all the Simic cards.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting priced out by your husband, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, pretty much. But if I had to choose off the top of my head,
Experiment Crush.
yeah, actually, yeah, 100% that. Thank you.
Legit.
I wonder if they'll do an alternate of that one, like Double Masters. That could be kind of cool because there's only just the one art of it, right? There's no promos. There's nothing else. It's just it as a giant goo.
Your mom's a giant goo.
Moving on.
Reigns of Power.
Ooh,
Rashmi. Is Rashmi?
Oh yeah, Rashmi. What do you think of Rashmi, Lenny?
Rashmi, I had a bad experience playing against her once, but she's a good card. Good command.
Is Rashmi the one I think? Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
So, Reigns of Power 2.
No! We're still talking about Rashmi. Every time I see a Rashmi, it's at the head of some sort of like crazy combo deck. Like more combo than I even play.
So you're saying Rashmi. How do I build a Voltron Rashmi? Enchantments, right?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Reigns of Power, then Mass Polymorph is the dream. Big Papa, Michael says, this card is hilarious. Stealing someone's Calamex to berserk it and then kill them with their own commander is great. Works good in Feldegriff too. All the hippos I gave you, yeah, I'm going to need those back.
I feel like he's talking smack to someone in particular.
Yeah, really.
I've heard of these games that he's played. I was not at the receiving end of any of this stuff, though. But I will receive the admiration for reading Reigns of Powers, which is 2, a blue, and a blue for an instant from one of the Commander deck
So, Lynn,
series.
what do you think about Rashmi? No, I'm just kidding, Joe. Keep going.
Untap all creatures you control, and all creatures target opponent controls. You and that opponent each gain control of all creatures, and the other controls until end of turn. Those creatures gain haste until end of turn. Isn't haste? Why is haste a blue ability?
Yeah, this seems like a red or a white card to me.
They're ruining the color pie.
I mean, this card was from like Stronghold.
Yeah.
I think this card is cool in the mono blue Thassa Blink deck with that I play sometimes. Dude, I'm just take those opponent's creatures, blink one of them at the end of the turn, the best one, and just keep it.
I heard that deck is OPC, other people's commanders.
Yeah, I guess you've been talking to Chris Von Doom.
Dr. Doom and Mr. Ryan Green from the Commander Social podcast. Ever heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of that one. I should check that out, huh?
Lenny, what would you want to Reign of Power?
So I was thinking I would like to have oh man, I actually don't remember the card. The demon that makes it so that you can't win and your opponents can't lose. And then someone to be like Thassa's Oracle and be like, nah, man, I'm going to pass this to you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's get to the old Google.
Platinum Angel. That's what I was thinking.
No, it's not Platinum Angel.
The demon, Abysmal, something.
Persecutor?
Yeah, Persecutor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
That
you
is
just
a-
go to, like,
TCO 96.
yes. Thank you.
That is a 2 black for a flying trample demon with you can't win the game and your opponents can't lose the game. It's a 6/6. That's a solid a solid stat right there.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that one.
Nope.
Chris Von Doom said, "You mean that game I won? Platinum Angel, isn't Platinum Angel another one? Like your life total?
I think it's you just can't lose. Hold on, let me look it up.
What's the giant like robot Empyrean guy?
Oh,
That does something like that. Yes, I thought he does something like that too.
He makes it so your life total doesn't change.
There you go. Boom.
Phyrexian Unlife does it too, I think. Platinum Angel 7, Artifact Creature Angel, flying. You can't lose the game, your opponents can't win the game. 4/4.
Nice.
So does that mean you can pay more life than you have for something?
Yeah, like how does that work with Gristlebrand?
You can't pay more life than you have,
That's
so you
what
can
I
pay yourself down to 0 life.
And Grizzlebrand is banned in this format there, Joe.
Platinum Empyrean plus Stunning Reversal equals big brain play.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's from Ben Hall, and actually that's our last card for the evening.
Hey,
we got there.
All done. We didn't pick the that one Gideon card, the heartwarming redemption.
If I'm being 100% honest, there were some cards that were added after I made the slides, and I told myself, yeah, I'll go back and make those slides. And then Lenny and I were starting to get set up, and I was like, oh man, I totally forgot to do those. So
yeah,
folks,
there
sorry.
are definitely some good cards that we added that we didn't add. I mean, that's the way it goes. But I figured we would look at the 4+ CMC because it seems like the sweet spot is normally like that 3 CMC. That's your Beast Withins, your Generous Gifts, Teferi's Protections. Like, yeah, you could go on and on for 3. So the idea of doing the 4+ was maybe cards that are kind of good, maybe kind of not. It sort of depends more, right?
Ooh, Craig wants to know the best card art from the day. Let's go back through them and see. Let's see.
Best card art. Do you want to give me like an Emperor thumbs up or thumbs down?
Me?
No, I was just saying, is that what we should give, or should we be like,
yeah?
Yay,
Let's do some thumbs up or down.
Lenny, let me see your thumb.
Wait.
Lenny, where is Thumbkin?
Put it closer to your face. We don't see it.
I like this thumb better.
Yeah.
All right, so Necrologia, what do we think?
Oh yeah.
I like the 7th edition art better.
Yeah. Oh, what? What does that look like even? I don't.
And it has Volrath. Volrath is cool. He's
he's a shapeshifter and whatnot. Let's see.
Yeah.
We got reflect damage.
Yeah.
Just because you don't understand it, Joe, doesn't mean it's not art. We've got radiate. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
She has a mask, so I'm definitely gonna.
Yeah. She's social distancing with those people. Yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. Yeah, she's
social distance. Do it for other people, not for yourself.
I'm up for slaughter.
Yeah.
For sure. I love that older art.
All the way up.
Aether Eyes.
No, it's a trash card.
Yeah. Utter End. I don't really know what's going on there.
Oh yeah, no, it's your boy Zergo, of course. Zergo's crazy.
Radiate
Didn't
again.
Zergo kill? Wait, hold on. Didn't Zergo kill Narset?
I don't know.
Yeah, temporarily. Then the timeline got better, or worse.
Time heists. Okay, Force of Vigor.
Yes. A Rainbow Scoos. How do you not like Rainbow Scoos?
Right. Let's see what else we got next. Fateful Showdown. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Aether Spouts.
Yeah, there's got to
Yeah.
be sharks somewhere.
Yep.
There's going to be a
Sharknado.
hammerhead.
Yep. Let's see what he's got next. Stunning reversal. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's cool. Look, they have purple hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the three fingers thing, I can't unsee that now.
Oh, I ruined that one for you.
Yeah. She's not going to make it.
No, he's definitely not. Reigns of Power. This particular art.
Yeah.
The OG original art. Yes. I use a script to pull all the art down, all the card art down, so I don't get to pick which versions I want because laziness and expedience count for a lot.
Right.
So that brings us to our wrap-up phase section.
Woo!
So let's see. This thing is on a some sort of weird timer that I can't control. So follow us on Twitter at Magic Card Talk. If you want us individually. Oh, no. Restart.
Yeah.
Restart. Okay. If you want to get me, I'm at Z4CK38. Joe, where are you?
I am at Ginger Joe, and the O in Joe is a 0. Because according to CCO, I am a 0.
And then Lenny. I thought it was at Lenny Wooley, but I guess I was wrong.
It is at Lenny Wooley, and I told everyone it's at a Johnny's Gay Pride. Oh, well. Don't even know my own Twitter handle.
Also, there's not a space in it like I show here, so, you know.
Also, good luck finding Lenny on Twitter. So
Right.
if you can find him, let him know that you found him by tweeting at him. I found you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hashtag find Lenny.
I'm worth it. I'm worth the fun.
Before it changes, no, I gotta restart it.
Mothership.
Yep, you gotta thank Mothership. They have a store now. It's store.mothershipatx.com. There are 2 promo codes for May. Social ship, free shipping on orders of $50 or more, and 10% off MTG stock singles if you use Social 10. Also, please check out Commander Social, an EDH podcast I co-host with Ryan Green at Commander Social, or if you want to support this show and that show, hit us up on patreon.com/Commander Social. And I don't know why it's not letting me control these slides. They're just going in a circle of doom.
It's because you've messed with time so much. You don't even know.
It's true.
You have to spin your top. Spin your top. Quick.
Yeah. I got a fidget spinner. It's like.
I almost look like Salt Bay, I feel like, with the.
So did I make it? I'm in a time zone with my friends, still hanging out, except there's no COVID.
No.
Still the darkest timeline. Dope.
Fateful showdown.
Yep. So that's pretty much it, everyone. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll see.
And Lenny, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Lenny. Thanks so much.
Blast.
Yeah, dude, it's good to see you on. It's been fun playing Magic with you the past couple of days.
Likewise.
So,
you're an awesome guest, and more people should try to have you on for either playing EDH or to pick your brain about cards or just chat to you. You're an awesome guy. Steven's an awesome guy. Glad that we can have friends like you, people like you in the Magic community. So thank you.
Thank you. I mean, right back at you. Although, I guess you don't have a Steven. Maybe you do.
He has a roommate.
Yeah, I do. Yep, I don't have a Steven.
Okay, cool. Hold on.
I was definitely waiting for Lenny to pull out the lightsaber like he did that one time for the CCO thing. And you see him and Steven fighting in the background.
Nice.
The lightsaber chopsticks.
What? Yeah, that was the best because you just had Ryan talking and then you saw that going on.
All right, I'm in the stream now.
Okay.